you've just come second in the Montane Summer Spine Race 2023. It seems like a ridiculous question, but how does that feel?
Very gratifying. It was one of the hardest races I've ever done. And from the get-go, having jet lag just made it all the more challenging. I've never hallucinated before, but it was a first.
And you've jumped in and preempted my first thing I wanted to ask you about. I heard you say as you crossed the line last night, like, I started this race tired. Yeah. And I've never done that before. So what was your journey to the start line like?
Well, I mean, probably like 16 hours of travel, 8 hours difference. And then, you know, by the time we got in and we went out for dinner and everything, it was like 12:30 the next morning on Saturday. And then we went out for a couple of tours. We went to Hell's Arse in Edale. And yeah, and then it was just like check-in. So it was all kind of just like a quick blur. And then, but I've never stepped up to the starting line and it's been like, I'm just absolutely knackered from the get-go.
Great way to begin a 268-mile race.
Yeah.
So, you know, you've come second, absolutely outstanding. Is this whereabouts you expected to be in the field? Like, did you think you'd be this quick? I wish I was faster, but I had to manage expectations, you know, and I wanted a podium spot, and I kept trying to take quick kips and just, you know, like manage my sleep, but it just wasn't working. I could never catch up on enough. And when I finally stopped timing my naps, then I'd start sleeping for hours at a time. That's when I was able to move. The last, you know, I don't know what it was, 30 or so miles, I was just hiking it in with Rory, and we were having a good time, get to know each other. And, you know, but when fourth place showed up, I was like, oh, okay, now we can have a little fun, because first place is already done, so might as well make something of it, you know? Well, we were just talking about that a little earlier, weren't we? Like, I had the audacity to try and get a little bit of sleep last night. And when I woke up, the podium had changed completely. Yeah. So you and Rory and Phil out there, you had a bit of a night. So what happened there?
Oh, it was definitely a long slog. You know, after I got my last nap, I felt really good, refreshed, but you know, first place almost done. I was like, well, I might as well just you know, make it exciting. And you know, it gets lonely up front, so it was nice to chat with somebody for a while. And you know, and then this was Rory's first 200+ mile race, so you know, kind of just helping him get along. And you know, but you know, when it came down to it, it was a race, and you know, I came here to hit the podium. So. But Phil absolutely turned on the jets there at the end.
Came sprinting at you across the Cheviot.
Yeah, he thought I was sleeping, but Rory was taking a quick kip, and I could hear him, and I'm like, all right, Rory, I got to get going, mate.
I mean, you came in looking remarkably fresh this morning. You sprinted across the line. Yeah. But I can't imagine it was like that all the way up the course. So there were some difficult moments along the way. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah. You know, with that much sleep deprivation, it's hard to connect the mental to the physical. Like when I actually got any good sleep, I would just motor up the line. But then I just become so sleep deprived again. I get set back. And no matter what I was doing, it was just always trying to catch up. So again, just trying to manage those expectations, and you know, I came here for a holiday and you know, visit, and it's like, what better way to see the countryside?
Yep. So if anyone else out there is looking for holiday ideas in the UK, running 268 miles of it is right up there.
Yeah, I wouldn't do the winter for a holiday.
And is it right what I've heard that you sort of had a time constraint at the end of the race as well? Aren't you heading off for more tourist activities today?
Yeah, we're going to go up to Edinburgh, got tickets to go see the castle, and then in the evening we're going down to London on a high-speed train, and a couple of days in London, and then flying out Sunday.
So this was really just, you know, one stage of a stage race for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I always plan these like crazy ambitious things after a race. I've done like everything from body surfing, whitewater rafting, via ferrata. Like I just, you know, it's my family and, you know, friends make so much sacrifice, you know, for me, and like coming out and crewing me or just like following along. The least I can do is trying to do something back to them. So the race is just a small part of it.
That's a beautiful thing. I love that attitude towards it. You know, even while you're putting yourself through all that out there, you're thinking what you can give back to them for making it easier for you to do what you do.
I did have to call my girlfriend though and let her know I was running behind. So I felt horrible. I was like, I'm not going to finish in the time I thought I was. And they were ready to jump on a train and come back. But I was like, I'll be done by then. It's just not worth it.
And what about high points? You know, it's easy on a race this tough to focus on the difficult parts of it. But what did you enjoy out there?
I mean, the scenery it was just something else, you know. I like anything like that challenges me. I'm always trying to do the next hardest thing, and it gave me all of that, plus just amazing views. Again, I wish I wasn't struggling so much with the sleep, but I think, you know, it just, again, I grew up in southern England, and I never really got to see this part of England, so it's, to me, that was the best way of seeing it. Outstanding.
I'm going to ask as well, when did you last see Dave Phillips?
I have to think. I can't remember. It's all kind of a blur. Sorry.
No worries. And look, I'm going to end by stealing a question from Kevin McCann. If you had one tip you could give anyone else planning on signing up for this race, what would it be?
Learn the gate system. I don't think one gate was the same. I probably opened 1,000 gates through this race, and all of them were different. And it was just absolutely mind-boggling. I think that was probably the thing that slowed me down the most, is trying to figure out how to open the gates.
Well, there you go. Outstanding advice from an expert.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Peter. That was a great performance.
Cheers. Thanks.